Okay, so this is the UBOT project. Logging in to, whoops, I gotta get my code. Okay, so it's to the point where navigation is doing this and doing this and doing this and doing this. So now comes the next phase. And starting from here, we have a need to capture every one of these order ID numbers, and that could be in a list type text. And that way, when we have these in that file, we can use that as a source file, then go in and get the additional detail. Now there are differences. There's actually two different kinds of products, but I'll get into that in a minute. So, assuming that these got scraped with a wildcard, then, for instance, if we take this one and we put it up here in the order search ID, then it returns that particular order. By having it in a list, we'll be able to go up here and get a clean navigation every time. By hitting search, now we have to scrape certain information. So this could go into a list in a CSV and capture all this information and put it in a CSV and do one row per order. Or it could be a list file that has the label and the contents. 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 All of these need to go either in a CSV or in a list file, so it's one item per line, and all of these need to be captured. So the ship to information, again, same thing. Ship to name, ship to address, ship to city, state, zip, separate on the line, address type, residential, contact the buyer, Dawn. Okay, phone number, this is a fake phone number provided by Amazon to be able to reach it. There is more information here and more information here. Okay, so all that gets scraped. Then it comes down to the actual product itself. The product name can be scraped. It's not really necessary because we know what it is by the number. The SKU, again, it could be label and contents. Following that, and then that, then quantity, QTY, and 1, 2, 3, whatever. Unit price, same thing. And then we really don't care about this information. But on the show more here, all of this can be in one capture, and you can see that it could be put in this last field of a CSV, or it could just be that information added to a list.txt file. Now, all of that's been scraped now, and so that's the whole information. But by going down here to customization information and clicking on it, it gives the ability, we don't care about any of this because this is duplicate information, but there is this this download zip file that we do want to get. And by clicking on it, it does the zip, and then by opening it, what it has inside of it is this wonderful little JSON file, which is important to us. And that JSON file has a unique ID, which is also the same ID as the order ID. Notice that 9921. Okay, so we don't care about the XML and the other ones, but we do care about the JSON file. So if that can be unzipped, great. If it can be peeled out and just added just to the folder where these other files are being kept, that would be great too. Not the end of the world if it remains a zip file, but we do want to download it because this is what we want, the JSON file. Some of these will have front and back. It just means that that one section will be longer, that's all. And so then there are products that are not customized with engraving, and that would be this thing, okay, which is a band. Now this band has all of the usual information, okay, shipped by, delivered by, all that other stuff that we scraped in the contact person Clarice, and all of that is the same. All of this is the same, but when you go into the order, it just stops there because there's no customization. So the scraping stops here for these. And because of the SKU and the ASIN number, we know that this is a shorter scrape than the others. So that is pretty much what needs to happen. And it's just, you know, picky stuff, whether it is just this being put into the spreadsheet, or if it is a list file that has name and content, 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 name, street, city, zip, address type. Everything that you see here is to be captured. And this is the short one, and the other one is the long one. And it has the customizations, and once you go to the customization, then you click this little guy and get the zip file, and bing, bingo, bingo. That is that's the scraping project. Thanks.